Hello and welcome to another episode of 100 Yards of Football, Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the USF Bulls versus the North Carolina State Wolfpack is Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going, brother?
What's going on, Jeremiah? Happy Monday to all the viewers out there. I'm ready to talk about some football. It's coming back this weekend. Man, I'm excited for this one. This one's a little bit later, but hey, gotta love some football, man. College football is coming back.
Absolutely. Yeah, and all of our college football fans out there, thank you so much for watching. The last year has been incredible for us, and all of your sharing over to Facebook, sharing to your friends, just telling everybody about 100 Yards of Football, listening to our podcast, watching us on Twitch, watching us on YouTube, watching us on Facebook, and watching us on Instagram. Our Instagram has been growing like crazy as well. So thank you for watching us and enjoying us on all these platforms and for joining us for our live shows every week. Well, without further ado, Mr. Landers, Bulls versus Wolfpack. What do we have to look forward to with this amazing college football season coming back?
Well, I'll keep this one a little short and brief, Jeremiah, because this one isn't going to be an easy one to watch if you're a Bulls fan, I don't think. Look, last year, it wasn't the best. Went 1-8 on the season, so not the best year overall, but it's week one. That means that we're all in the same playing field here. Everyone's had a nice break. Everyone's been ready to get this game going. We've seen some crazy upsets happen in week one. USF, it's not like they have a bad team. It's just they weren't able to get some of the wins last year, of course. I mean, the record's going to reflect that. But they have some solid players. I think that you have Antonio Greer, who is one of their best defensive players at the linebacker position. I think he's definitely going to have to step up and have a great day. I think the Bulls are going to have to get multiple takeaways in order for them to get this win, and they got to get some points on the board. I think that if they can do all that, if they can get some turnovers, they can get a decent amount of points because they're going to have to outscore this NC State Wolfpack team as well, then I think they should be fine. But let's talk about some of the other guys they have. They have Bryce Miller, one of the best wide receivers at their slot. He's a senior. They have running back Kelly Joyner as well, a junior. So they're bringing in guys who are experienced and who know this system and who can get some points on the board on offense if need be. I think that the quarterback position is going to be it's going to be fun to see. We got Cade Fortin, who's a junior who's coming over, North Carolina Tar Heel transfer. So we'll see if he can take that starting job. You also have guys like Jaron Williams as well and Timmy McLean fighting for that starting quarterback position. I think Cade's going to get the win in that one. I think he's going to come out as the new quarterback. But you never know. College football is crazy. And we've seen some stuff happen at quarterback where people might scratch their heads, but I got my money on Cade coming into this one. So for USF, I think it's just going to be an uphill battle throughout this entire game. I think that they're going to hold off. They're going to hold them pretty steady for probably about maybe half the game. And I think overall, in the end, North Carolina State is going to get the win in this one and kind of pull away. I'll tell you what about that in just a second. But USF overall, they have, I think that they're going to have a better year as opposed to last season. They have a better team. They have more experience. And I think that, even though they did go 1-8 last season, that, hey, it's not hard to improve much off of that. So I think they're definitely going to have a better season. And they are still going to be below 500 in my books. But I think as long as if you are a USF Bulls fan and you see that this team is, at least trying to get better, then I think that's going to be a big key. And like I said, the main reason they'll win this game is if they win the turnover battle. Like I said, you have a quarterback situation. You're going to be undersized coming against this North Carolina State team. There's got to be a few things that swing your way in order to get this win if you're a Bulls fan. But, hey, it could happen. Let's go over to North Carolina State and why I think they are going to be victorious in this game. And that's just because they have a very good offense, a very good defense, and they're, just kind of a little bit heads and shoulders, a little bit better than this Bulls team coming into week one, I think, overall. So last season, they were very good. They went 8-4 overall, 7-3 in the ACC. So a very good season for this Wolfpack squad. I think that Dave Doran, who's coming into his 9th year as head coach for the Wolfpack, has done a tremendous job. I think that they're going to be I think they could be potential 10 wins this season. They could get that 10-win marker. You never know. We just have to see what kind of shakes their way. The offense didn't have a great 2019, and in 2020, they bounced back. They got some stuff going. They averaged around 385 yards last year and 30 points. So that offense was clicking on all cylinders last year, and it was able to prove that they can put up points at need be. Of course, that's going to be led by Zonovan Knight, I believe, their running back coming into the season. He did great in 2019, ran for over 5 yards per carry, 745 yards. And then he did good last season as well, had 788 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns to boot. So I think he's really going to be a playmaker. I think he's going to be running around this USF Bulls defense, getting some jukes, getting some spins, and getting into the end zone more efficiently this season. I think that he's going to be good. Also, I think they're going to have a good day on offense with Emeka Amizi, their wide receiver, and quarterback Devin Leary. I think he's going to have a good day as well. And as long as he has some time in the pocket, because that is kind of one of their kinks in their armor, is they can give up a few quarterback pressures and give up a few sacks on that O-line. But I think that as long as Devin has time to work and has time to process the play that's going on and what defense is being run, I think he's going to pick this team apart, honestly. I think he's got the advantage, and I think that overall the North Carolina State Wolfpack are going to be good. The defense is going to be fine, too. It's going to be led by another linebacker. Those are the two keys for me, the linebackers. This one's going to be Peyton Wilson. We'll see what he can do. He's 6'4", 235, so he's got some great size. In his career, he's came up with 177 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 16.5 tackles for loss. So he's proven that he can get it done on that defensive side of the ball and get some good tackles. So I think he's really going to be good. He's great in pass coverage as well. He can get a few interceptions if you need him to. And I think you have guys like the DN, Daniel Joseph, the senior. I think he's going to have a great day. He might get a sack or two on the day. Also, Shaheem Battle, one of their fresh cornerbacks. I think he might have a good day as well, have the young man come in and have some good work. And also, look out for the transfer, Corey Durden. I think he might be pretty good. I think he'll be fine. And you got to replace Aleem McNeil, and I think that's what they brought in Durden for, transferring over from Florida State. I think he's going to help out. So overall, I'm expecting this North Carolina State team to have a little bit of a light work week one. I think they're going to have a pretty comfortable win. I would say I would say win by about 3 scores, honestly. I think it's going to be kind of tight in the first and second quarter, but I think overall, maybe after halftime, you'll see the Wolfpack start to pull away with this one and get the win at the end of the day.
Yeah, I could totally see that as well. Well, everybody watching, tell us, what do you think? Do you think the Wolfpack is going to just roll on the Bulls? Or do you think the Bulls are going to come in with this new gumption? They're going to come in fighting, and they're coming in with something to prove and come in and maybe upset the Wolfpack. So please tell us in the comments, what do you think? Do you think the Wolfpack, or you think the Bulls, or you think something even more unexpected might happen? And what players are you most excited for? Please tell us in the comments. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, thank you so much. It's helping us so much to grow. And if you're listening to our podcast, thank you again. But if you're not listening to our podcast yet, please jump over and listen to our podcast, 100 Yards of Football. We're over on Spotify. You can just grab your Spotify app, open it up, just type in 100 Yards of Football into the search, and we'll pop right up. Just look for that 50-yard line picture there with our logo, and at the bottom for the Believe Podcast Network, who are our amazing partners. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us at 100 Yards of Football. Well, for the entire team here, I am just saying thank you, Mr. Landers, for this amazing, college football preview for the University of South Florida Bulls versus the North Carolina State Wolfpack. That is just incredible. Getting this football season kicked off, getting us ready to go on to the next one is just – I'm just so excited, and this football season could not be more exciting, getting back in the stands. Well, for the entire team here at 100 Yards of Football, I am the producer, Jeremiah Long, and you've been listening to Mr. Logan Landers give our brief on this college football game, and we'll be right back with another live video.